How are you all doing? The question is, are Liverpool back? Are Liverpool back? I don't know if you guys watched the game. I watched the bits and pieces of it. Liverpool, they look good. They looked good. I have to say it. It kind of gave me vibes of the old Liverpool. You know, I was getting those vibes. They were attacking like they usually do. Right? They were attacking like they usually do. They were attacking like as if they want to go places. They were attacking as if they were the old, Premier League champions again. I gotta say, I was impressed. I was impressed by the Liverpool, the Scousers. I was hoping they'll get humbled today, but Galatasaray, there were no chance, man. No chance. Right? So I don't know what's going to happen. Arsenal, man, I don't know, man. I think when I look at this, the way these teams they're facing each other, I can see the path for Arsenal. I don't know, but let me know. People, welcome everybody. Hope you guys are good. We're going to be talking about United. We have a game going on. And on Friday, we got Michael Carrick press conference. Yeah, we're going to talk about all that stuff. But first things first, how are you guys doing, man? Victor Glocarez, how are you, my man? Hope you're well. Hope the family's good. Welcome. R.I.P. Yeah. Oh, my days. Newcastle. There's being in the mud. Well, but you know what? Yeah, you can be in the mud, but Newcastle, Chelsea, jeez. Oh my gosh, that was incredible. Daniel, what's going on, my man? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. That's what they say. Listen, people, hope you guys are well, man. Hope you guys are well. Yeah, what did you see today that got you excited about watching football again? Listen, one thing is I felt a lot of FOMO when it comes to Champions League. I want to be in this competition. All right. Next season, I want to be in this competition. It's not just watching all these other teams playing, competing at the highest level. I want to be there. I don't want to just leave it for Arsenal to go, unopposed and win this thing. Right. I want to be in it. But looking at some of the levels that these teams were able to step up a little, like especially in this round, like PSG, Real Madrid, Bayern. Yeah, the level is kind of high. So we need to invest. We need to build a team that way we can compete at this level. Even Arsenal, they stepped up their game. All right, they recruited better. They're going to challenge, right, on all these different fronts. But I enjoyed today's watching some of that game. I watched a little bit of the Newcastle game. Oh my God, Newcastle could not touch. They couldn't do anything against Barca. I had to send a message to Mr. Barca. I was like, Mr. Barca, go easy on them, man. They don't know what they're doing. All right. TD Nick, what up? Welcome. People, smash that like button, man. Hit the subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you are new. My name is Luther. This is Man United Central. Yeah, man. I had to send a message to Mr. Barca. I was like, yo, Newcastle, just let them be, man. They're the wrong United. All right. They don't have what it takes to be in this level. Yeah. So they needed to be they were, yeah, man. I was expecting more from Newcastle, right? Because Newcastle, they can actually play some good football, but this time around, Barca, they had too many weapons. They were just cutting them to shreds. I mean, wow. Incredible stuff. And also, I got to give the flowers to Liverpool as well today, man. Liverpool, in this game, I didn't know they're going to be able to come out swinging, right? I thought they were going to just, they'll kind of just get through. But I didn't know it was going to be like the way they played. They played, good football. I got to give it to them. And Mo Salah's goal. Oh, my days. Mo Salah, man. I was, during that time I'm watching that game, I was hoping Mo Salah would not score or something. That way, just, someone get mudded. But no, man. Mo Salah with that goal, like, beautiful. Left foot, bent it, scoring his 50th goal of the Champions League. So I think they said he's the first African to score 50 goals. So, yeah, it was good stuff, man. It is Saka, Laka, boom, boom. What's going on, my man? What's up, family? We are in the last 8. Yes, they're going to win the Carabao on Sunday. Listen, man, congrats. Saka, Laka, boom, boom. Congrats, man. Listen, I gotta give it to you. You guys played well. Played well. For once, you showed up, and you were like, nah. This time around, we're gonna go out there and actually play our good old football. Yeah, and impressive. Alex, the one and only Wang, what up? Maybe you guys need to calm down and cut out that delusional talk. Oh boy. Listen, man, Alex, I'm telling you this. The teams that qualified so far in this, the last 8, right? They're all juicy, fixtures, man. The only thing is, with Arsenal against Sporting, I don't think Sporting, they're gonna be able to give Arsenal a hard time, right? I don't think they will. So I think Arsenal, they have the easiest path to the semis, Victor, he doesn't sound jealous, man. He just wants people to shut up with the delusional, but it's not. Sometimes, we can say delusional, but yeah, what is happening out there, it looks like worse nightmares. They look like they're coming. Yeah. What do I need to do to be just? But we already won the 3 Champions League. There you go. There you go. Listen, but it's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Again, Newcastle. Yeah, this is not your level. Next season, you're not going to qualify for Champions League. That means they will be forced to make a sale or two, right? To comply with the PSR. And according to Reuters, they say Man United are in advanced talks to sign Bruno Guimaraes for 80 million. What? But renewed interest from Real Madrid threatens to complicate the proposed move, according to Reuters. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is believable. Advanced talks, really? Come on. I didn't see. This is Reuters. Reuters are reputable news source, but we didn't hear this from Fabrizio, Ornstein, none of them people. So I don't know about this advanced talks. Now, we know with Newcastle being knocked out, today we heard a lot of talk when it comes to Tonali, right? Apparently Tonali is open to a move, in the summer, right? Newcastle have to sell somebody to comply with the PSR. So I don't think they're going to sell both of them. That's what Ben Jacobs said. It's not going to be Bruno Guimaraes and Tonali. I think it's just going to be one of them. So listen, man, give me a Tonali, then we're talking. All right, just give me a Tonali, man. Bruno Guimaraes is good, but nah, I like a Tonali. If Man United were in our position, Luther and Alex would be unbearable. Like you better believe it. But we're not going to be anywhere close to you guys when you win. Or if you win the Premier League. I think you're going to win the damn thing, man. Jeez. Sakalaka. Alex's life-size cardboard cut out of Arteta next to his bed. And then he wakes up, he looks at the cardboard, he said, trust the process. Trust the process. All right? That is too funny, man. Sakalaka Boom Boom is here, and it's time for the Boom Boom Nasal Stick, people. They're right here. I tagged them again. Again, man, let me just, I was out there. Today, the weather was 40. Tomorrow, it's going to be 70. Ridiculous. So I'm a little bit congested. Grab my Boom Boom Nasal Stick, inhale. I feel nice and clear. I can smell now, all the nasal passages have cleared out. So check them out. Boom Boom Nasal Stick. They're tagged right there in the bottom. So check them out. Ronaldo Silva, what up? How are you? Welcome. Yeah. Uh, Alex, I mean, we've already won all three trophies. They go, but yeah, but it's gonna be painful when they win it, man. No, like I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. So let's see what else. So Fabrizio Romano was saying, Man United, Man City, and Arsenal are all following Sandro Tonali's situation. The intention of Newcastle is not to accept a normal fee like 50 or even 60. All right. It has to be a bigger and a very, very expensive fee. Right. So, Man United, as we're considering Tonali, because now reports are saying Tonali is really top of our list because it looks like we are not going to be able to secure the services of Anderson, from what we hear, right? So now it looks like they prioritize Tonali. So we need to be ready to pay big money. Yeah, so Fabrizio Romano is saying that Manchester United have made some calls to be informed about Sandro Tonali, and Man City has done the same, apparently. It has to be a big fee to find a solution to sign him in the summer. We know how complicated it can be to negotiate with Newcastle. Fabrizio Romano is saying it's still early stages. Several clubs are following the situation, right? So Tonali is hot cake right now. You know, people want some Tonali. You know, yeah. Lamine, 19. What up? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Glockers, Newcastle players need the boom boom nasal stick. I know, so they can wake up, man. That 7-2 was yeah, they felt that. Sally, what's going on, my brother? Who was the last Italian to play for us? Was it Kiko Makeda, I think? Yeah, I think it was Kiko Makeda. That's a good question. Kiko Makeda, man. Oh my gosh. That is a very good question. Now I'm intrigued. Let's go. Let's see. Oh no, Matteo Damian. Forgot about him. Yeah, Damian, man. Matteo Damian, and he's still going strong. Damian is still going strong, man. He's out there and Inter, still doing his thing. Yeah, Damian was the last one, man. Because when I was thinking about Kiko Makeda, I was like, man, there has to be somewhere else. Yeah. Matteo Damian. It's interesting, man. He left. He went to Inter, and he kind of revived his career out there. But yeah. Damian, there you go. But yeah, man, it's interesting today, man. The Champions League football, I was getting some FOMO, man. I wanna be in this competition next season, but to be in it is not just for the sake of it. We need to be in it and compete at this level, like what we saw today. The likes of PSG, Barcelona, all these guys. We gotta recruit properly, right? We gotta recruit properly in order for us to even compete at that level. Yeah, so it's very interesting. But yeah, listen, the next round fixtures are going to be incredible, right? Next round fixtures are going to be incredible. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my shit. I want to see the brackets. So it is Sporting versus Arsenal. I have a feeling Arsenal is going to get through. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. Who wins that one? I think Bayern, man. What are you saying, people? Real Madrid, Bayern. I think Bayern gets through. Barcelona, Atleti. I think Atleti can win that. But Barcelona looked really good today, man. PSG, Liverpool. Who you got? I know, man. Bodo Glimt, man. Bodo Glimt. I don't know what they were doing, man. They just, lost focus and they were out. Toxic mayhem. All right, so PSG and Liverpool, you have PSG going through. Okay, I, I don't know, man. Liverpool look like they found their mojo today, right? Look like they found their mojo today, man. So, but PSG, I think they have maybe two. No, I think Liverpool looked really decent today, man. It reminded me of the old Liverpool from Klopp days. Arsenal, of course, Arsenal Sporting. I think Arsenal is going to go through, of course. Real Madrid, Bayern. Bayern is too strong. But again, Real Madrid, whenever it gets to this point, man, they just, they find another gear. Barcelona, Atleti, I don't know. I'm looking for an upset there. I think Atleti Madrid is going to go through. Mojo against the Turkish team. Hey, listen, they had to step up. They had to wake up, man. Liverpool had to wake up, right? And that Turkish team, of course, they couldn't really open them up. Again, Anfield is not for everybody, all right? Only selected few teams can go to Anfield and smash them lot, all right? So teams struggle at Anfield. Anfield was rocking today, right? People need to check with United before going there to get some tips on how to smash these lot at home. Almost 7 goals last round of Champions League. Yeah, that was incredible, man. And really nice goals too, right? Like yesterday, Eze's goal. Today, Mo Salah's goal. Oh my gosh, that was good stuff, man. Yeah, we saw some good goals. If Liverpool can play like today, we got a chance versus PSG. That's the thing, Jason. That is something. If you can do that, yeah, you have a chance. But Liverpool have been, crapola this season. Like you cannot have that gear each game. Like you will see next time you guys play in the league, you won't be able to raise the levels like that. Today I guess it's one of those. In the dressing room, people are like, "Yeah, listen, man, we ain't getting knocked out today," So, yeah, now Mojo gets Turkish side. Alex, Turkey doesn't compete in European football. Yeah, but listen, Man United, we need a goalkeeper. That the Galatasaray goalkeeper, man. I don't know if you guys watched him closely. That dude, I think it could have been easily. I don't know. They could have scored, 10 goals or something, Liverpool, but he was really good. Right, he conceded goals, but that Galatasaray goalkeeper was on point today. Right, so Man United, let's look at that guy, man. Let's try to sign him. Let's smash Arsenal at their house. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we smashed Arsenal at their house too. Yep. Shadow, Alex, keep dreaming. Let's go. Toxic. Even if Liverpool advance, they get bullied in the semis. So if Liverpool advance, they face. Wait, if Liverpool advance, they face Barcelona, the winner of Barcelona and Atleti, right? Or the winner of Arsenal Sporting. I should have pulled up the way they're broken down, but yeah, Liverpool is very inconsistent this season. Absolutely, yeah. Chad, lots of delusional in the chat. Yeah, I mean, I'm afraid Arsenal they are going to go in the quarters. My top 4 for Champions League is Liverpool, Real Madrid, Arsenal, and Barcelona. Ooh, okay. So you think PSG, they're not going to make it? I don't know, man. PSG, it looks like they're going to have more players coming back, right? Liverpool are not consistent. So I don't know about that. That Liverpool PSG game is going to be such a good game to watch. Bayern, Madrid, okay. Shadow, Nuve. I wish they did play that double-legged. Yeah, that'll be good. Sally, once it gets to semifinals, Arsenal will have to outscore teams. That's where they can lose. I don't know. I just don't. I don't believe that. I think Arsenal, yeah, they have to outscore teams. That's very true, because at that point, because even Sporting, they can score a lot of goals. But Arsenal, their defense will save them in the set piece. They got that going for them. But yeah, I hear what you're saying about For example, if it's I need to find that bracket to see the teams who can face who. Let's see here. Let's see. Do 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 do. Uh, okay, yeah. So Liverpool, PSG. So we think Liverpool goes through. So if they do go through, then of course, yeah, they could be bullied because they're gonna have to face Bayern Munich. Yeah, right. And then Barcelona, if they go through, they face Arsenal. Or if Athletic go through, they face Arsenal. Yeah, that could be an issue there with Arsenal could be the one to, I mean, Barcelona or Atleti. Either one of them, they could give Arsenal a problem. Maybe PSG have to go through Liverpool. Don't yeah, semifinals Liverpool by Bayern versus so semifinals is Liverpool, Bayern, Arsenal, Barcelona. So what you're saying is right there, Liverpool, Bayern. It's going to be Bayern going through, and then Arsenal, Barcelona. It's going to be Barcelona. I don't. Do you think Arsenal can beat Barcelona? But Barcelona with their high line and stuff, Arsenal have Eze, you know, and Glocares. They can get behind them, man. Barcelona with that high line is risky. You know, they only play one way, and that high line for them is risky. But Barcelona when they attack quickly. They move the ball very quickly from back to front. Jason, I watched the FC Barcelona game, and when I came back home, it went from 3-2, 7-2, and it was like, how did I miss 4 goals? Yeah, it's crazy. 4-0, 3-2, what there you go. Arsenal are on opposite side with Atleti and Barca. Yeah. Yeah, they're on the opposite side. So, Arsenal, Sporting, whoever wins, plays the winner of Barcelona Atleti. Yeah. Liverpool could have Real Madrid, Barcelona, or it could be El Clasico final. I don't want the El Clasico final, man. I don't think it's going to be like that. Yeah, I don't want. You know, whenever we get those type of finals, it's not usually. It doesn't. It's not a good game. Barca, Atleti, Madrid, Bayern, and PSG have all got huge goal threats. Yeah. Arsenal have to play 2 of them to win it. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Barca wins the Champions League. Oh man, you think Barca? So our boy Rashi is gonna get another. Not another. He's gonna get a Champions League medal. Dang. All right, Rashi. Sakalaka Boom Boom could also be Arsenal versus Liverpool. Yeah. That could be it too. And if it's Arsenal versus Liverpool, yeah, I would give it to. I think Arsenal could win it. If it's Arsenal versus Liverpool, I think Arsenal could win it, man. Liverpool, unless Liverpool decide to show up, right? But yeah, Michael Carrick told us today who's available, who's not. Apparently, our boy Mazraoui, I think he may not make it, or they're going to see if he's fit for that Friday game. I think he's suffering for some illness. Of course, no Licha, unfortunately. But he thinks that Licha could come back maybe after the international break, this long break that we're going to have, man. It's going to be painful, dude. And then, of course, De Ligt struggling with his back. So I think, with these injuries when De Ligt and Licha, I think that's why we're pushing on to try to sign a center back, man. Or also, it could be the reason why we're going to keep Maguire. Because Licha and De Ligt, they're not reliable, man, which is very frustrating because we don't know what's the deal with De Ligt's back. He's trying to work on it, but he's still getting some setbacks, which is no bueno. Could also be Arsenal. Sally, Liverpool are out next round. Not good enough to beat PSG. I predict Bayern versus PSG and Arsenal versus Barca. Okay. And then, I mean, Bayern versus PSG, that is going to be a tight encounter right there. Also, we are very lucky we don't have any key injuries. That's another thing. Again, better recruitment. You guys have a good bench, right? But again, if there's anything that you guys need to do right now, Arsenal, you need to find your shooting boots, man. Again, Eze is stepping up, scoring some goals. Yeah, someone needs to step up. Saka, this is your time, man. If you need to really show what you're made of, be a leader, go out there and start scoring some goals. Saka has been disappointing this season, so we'll see. But yeah, I think also with Arsenal, with what's his name, King Kai coming back, also it's a huge boost for them. But yeah, it's true that next round they're gonna face teams that are very, they have goals in them. Arsenal will definitely need to find a solution, right? But yeah, so Carrick, basically it's gonna be the same team, right? We have the same players available for that game against Bournemouth. It is gonna be a tough game, right? Bournemouth, whenever we go to their house, whenever we face each other, there's going to be goals, all right? So, people, give us your predicted lineup. Give us your score prediction. What do you think? Right? That field, Bournemouth Stadium is small. I think it's like 12,000 capacity. So, smaller field. It's going to be noisy. And, Bournemouth, they're really well-coached team. They're going to come at us, man. They'll come at us. And I think it's going to be a gunfight. I think we're going to score goals. Last time around, I think we had like 8 goals, like an 8-goal thriller kind of thing. So this time around, it's going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be almost the same thing, right? But I have a feeling this time around with Carrick, right? With Carrick, the way he was talking, the way he was saying his boys they've trained well, they're feeling good. I think they're going to get a win. They'll get a win. And, Bournemouth, they haven't lost a game in a while. They just drew a whole bunch of games. So it's going to be tough to break him. But I think this time, we're going to sign off for that mini vacation of ours with a win against Bournemouth. I'm seeing maybe 2-1 or maybe like another 3-1 win. That's what I'm thinking we're going to do. All right, but it's not going to be easy. Victor Glocker is also, we are very lucky we don't have injury. So that to be honest, Saka has been shite this season, let down. Yeah, he has. And it's strange because he has been a letdown, but he hasn't really had like a whole bunch of injuries. He has played a whole bunch of games, but he just hasn't been delivering. Well, but again, you can say his contribution has been in set piece, those corners. Declan has one side, he gets the other, pinpoint. So there you go. ASAP Gaming, what up, man? How are you? Welcome. Untold Footy, digging the United jersey in the back. That's what's up, United Footy. Good to see you. Untold Footy, yeah. Welcome, man. Hope you're good. Smash that like button. And if you're new, hit the subscribe. All right. But yeah, people, give us your score prediction, man, for this Bournemouth game. Who do you think? Are we going to change our lineup? I really would like to see Šeško starting though in this game. I think with Šeško starting, that Bournemouth defense will have someone to occupy them. All right. So I would like for Šeško to start. But I don't know. Carrick may go again with the same front three. But again, if Šeško starts, who gets benched? Bumo? I don't see him benching Bumo. So Folks, let me know what you think, man. What do you think Carrick is going to do? Ronaldo, R9, what's going on, my man? Hope you're good. So I think I missed listen, Ronaldo, there's always going to be another one, man. Don't worry about it. All right? Don't worry about it. Good to see you, my man. Hope you're well. Untold Footy, I think Sheshko plays better as a super sub from Bumo. I agree, right? I like that. But, it's one of those, some of these strikers, man, they don't like to have that title of a super sub, right? But I think going to their house with Sheshko starting, they may have to sit back a little bit to deal with Sheshko because Sheshko is dangerous, right? And, it could be one of those like Mbumo comes off the bench and, again, he may be able to make an impact as well. But I don't think Carrick, he's willing to risk benching Mbumo. Even Cunha right now. Cunha after scoring, you can't. But in the same token, I don't feel Ahmad, played badly or anything like that he deserves to hold bench. So it's one of those. It's a good problem to have for Carrick, right? So we're gonna see. Ben Sheshko, he has been winning your games. That's what I'm saying. He has. I think Carrick will keep the same lineup as we did against Villa. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, man. That's what I'm thinking because Carrick usually doesn't tweak so much. Now I know Sally, you're the master tactician. When you look at Bournemouth, what do you think? Where the threats at? Do we think my man Carrick is going to change anything? I don't think so. The boys trained well. We didn't play any Champions League games or anything like that, so we should still be rested, right? And I have a feeling that our players would want to sign off on a high, right? They're going to give us. They will go out there and give us they're going to fight because knowing that they're going to be gone for so long, they would not want to leave out of that stadium with no points or anything like that because again, it's going to be a long break if we get out of there with nothing. Because there are people out here who think Carrick is not the guy, all right? If you ask them, who is the guy? I don't know. Like my boy Roy Keane. Roy Keane, I was like, Keno is like, nah, don't give him the job. Just don't give him the job. Go out there and get best in class. Roy Keane, who is that best in class, my man? All right, Luis Enrique. I don't think he's gonna leave PSG to come to United. Yeah, we can try to convince him, but he's unrealistic, right? De Zerbi? Nah. Glasner? Hell no. Okay. Nagelsmann? We're gonna have to wait for him after the World Cup. That leaves Carrick. Let's go. We don't even have that good of a bench depth. Yeah, we don't. We have to fix that in the summer, man. Untold Footy saying Bumo and Cunha are such key players for us right now that I can't see him benching them. I think he should move Bumo onto the right because Sheshko is a lethal finisher. He just needs the opportunity. Yeah, listen. So what are you saying? You're benching our boy Amadinho? Is that what you're saying? Post calls hater. Yeah. Conte, nah, man. Conte cannot deal with our board. All right. Conte cannot deal with our board. Same thing. I saw I forgot where I saw it, but there was something that was put out today. I don't know if it was put up by Man United. They're trying to reiterate the fact that Man United, where we're going, the manager we're looking for, we're not looking for a manager. We're looking for a head coach type of manager, right? We're not looking for a manager, but we're looking for a head coach. So that itself, it kind of says like, it cannot be Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique, if he comes over, he's a manager, man. You're not going to bring him here and have him take orders from Wilcox. Wilcox? What have you won? All right. I am Luis Enrique. When I come in here, I'm going to dictate. I'm going to call the shots. Same thing as Unai Emery if you bring him over. So those really are the big names that we could bring. So most likely it's just going to be Carrick at the end of the day. from what I can see. What about Luka Modric? Really, man? Toxic Mayhem? What happened to Luka Modric? He's still playing. Are you saying we should sign Luka Modric? I mean, it feels like they just want yes, man. Yeah, basically, yeah, they do, because they have gone through this before with our boy Ruben Amorim. Coming in, he wanted to call some shots, right? Again, they went through it with Ten Hag. So they don't want that. They want someone who's going to come in. Hey, your job is head coach. We're going to sign you some players. Yeah, we're going to consult you. We're going to talk about it, but we're going to make the final call, that kind of thing. So, so that best-in-class thing, I don't know. Would you take Poch? No, man, I don't want Pochettino, man. I don't know. Poch is good, but nah. Poch can go to Tottenham, Spursy, he can go back there. Yeah, we'll see how Poch does for the U.S. national team. I'll be rooting for him to see how he does. But Poch, yeah. Yes, Poch has a good track record of, bringing up the youth through the system and all this stuff. He has done that. He knows how to do it. But Poch, nah. Whenever you think of best in class, right now, if I think Poch takes over Man United, I'm not going to be excited. Oh, my God, I cannot wait to see Poch ball. Nah. So no Poch. Alex, 08. How about this for change? Southgate at Arsenal with assistant coach Arteta. That is funny. Ahmad is doing great right now, but GA-wise, Mbumo, Sheshko, and Cunha take that over him. Yeah. With Ahmad, yes, he needs to step up his game. He needs to score goals. The same thing with Mbumo. In that last game against Villa, he missed some sitters, right? We paid good money for you, Mbumo. We expect you to dispatch those balls, man. But Ahmad, he needs to step up his game as well. But he's so far played well, man. He's so far played well, but we need more output from him, in my opinion. But yeah. And apparently also Carrick is said with the boy Dorgu should be available, I think, after when we come back. I think Dorgu should be back. I cannot wait for Dorgu to come back, man. I miss that kid for the output that he gives us on that left-hand side. Yeah. So Dorgu should be back by then. So we're going to see. What else we got? Barcelona have asked Manchester United, this is according to Ben Jacob, Barcelona have asked Manchester United whether they can loan Marcus Rashford for a second season, as revealed on TalkSport last week. As it stands, Man United continue to point to the 30 million buy option. That's it. No more loans, man. Enough. Sally saying Cunha Mbumo can't keep the ball for long. Ahmad allows us to move the ball about. Good point. That's a good point. That is a good point. That's a good point. But again, for the amount of money that we paid for this lot, right? Cunha and Mbumo, they should be able to keep the ball, man. I mean, hold on to the ball, right? But again, for what they can give you in a game, it just takes one of those moments, and then they turn that moment into goals, right? Like the Cunha goal, he was basically in same wavelength with Bruno. He saw that run, Bruno saw that run, and then next thing, calmly, he put it away. Yeah, I don't think he had an excellent game, but it's one of those moments, right? Whenever you have those type of players, whenever they get a chance, it's when they show their quality. Yeah. So listen, Barcelona, they need to stop messing with us, man. Give us our 30 million so we can go shopping, right? This whole sending him on loan again, no. We don't want that. Stewie! What up, my man? Hope you're good. Sally, I agree with you on Boomer, but not Cunha. Cunha has been the only player on our team that takes the ball under pressure. He does that. and carries us forward, dribbling past players. And that's another thing too. The way Cunha runs with the ball, man. You may think like, as he's taking on players, you may think he's going to lose the ball, but he's still able to kind of finagle his way around to keep him moving. Cunha has the ability, just needs to make better decisions. Yeah. Do you think is the pocket Bruno going to break that record? I think Bruno is going to break the record, man. I think he's going to break the record. The record is there for the taking. I think he's going to break it. I think he's going to definitely break it. We do have quite a few games coming, because even in this game with Bournemouth, right? I'm anticipating at least 3 goals. All right, at least 2 of those will be Bruno's assists, because really he's the one who does all that. He can hold the ball up when we are when we're leading, but it's pointless. Can't make no passes and lift his head. I know when he's running, it's like head is down. I know. So he needs 5 assists in 8 games. Come on. 5 assists, that's it? That's light work for Bruno? Yeah, I think he's going to do it, man. 8 games. The Bournemouth game is going to give us 2 assists at least minimum, or 3, for the 3 goals that we're going to score. One of them is going to be, again, another corner to Casemiro, and Casemiro bags his, all right? And then he's going to find Bumo this time, all right? And another one is going to find Šeško in the air. Is that 5 to break or 5 to tie? That's a good question. I think 5 to break. 5 to break. Untold Footy, I think we are missing Dogu a lot on that left back. Absolutely, man. Dogu, especially for width, yeah, we are missing him big time. Big time. So 4 to tie, 5 to beat it, right? So, yeah, man. Incredible for what Bruno has done. And honestly, for him, for this lot, not to give him player of the season, that would be disgraceful, man. Honestly. Forget about Arsenal and if they win the league, still, you gotta weigh what Bruno has done to Man United. Incredible stuff. Stewie is saying that the other players need to convert all the chances Bruno creates. Yes, they do. Right? They do. All right. Have you seen his chance creation stats when Thierry Henry analyzed it? I did see that, man. Dude, it's incredible. He creates a lot of chances. We just need to convert, we just need to convert. Yeah. Come on, Dogo only played 2 games as the left winger. Let's not act. Dude, we are missing him, man, because right now we don't have anyone who can do the Dogu to play that role, right? To stretch the width, right? We don't have our boy Luke Shaw. He can't do it, right? So we are really missing that, that outlet out there. But yeah, he played a few games, and then he showed us what he can do. Sally, when Bruno is in motion and playable, but I just still don't understand why in some games they can't pass yards or link up. It's weird. It's a weird thing, man. It's a weird thing. I don't know why. Honestly, some games are just like, it's like the brain is just left their bodies and stuff. They just don't know how to play simple 5-yard passes. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Arsenal fans will want us to break the Bruno record. Yeah, they will. Dogo is a left back. He's not a left winger. Stewie, news flash, right? I don't know if you saw that yesterday. There were some reports that, check this out. They may plan to, what do they call it? Not convert him. Yesterday, so Alex Crook was reporting that Manchester United are planning to sign a new left back as well as 2 midfielders in the upcoming close season. with United on course to qualify for that's not the one. Okay, this one is for because Luke Shaw cannot play. He's not physical enough. He may not be able to do it. But there's this other one that they were talking about. If they convert, what did they call it? They may convert Dogu into a winger. Oh, there you go. It's they did not convert. They called it. This is what Sam Locker said. If United rebrands Patrick Dogu as a winger, then they could instead invest in a new specialist left back. There are doubts whether Luke Shaw would be able to contend with a more taxing schedule next season, with United likely to be back in Europe, right? So get ready for the rebrand of Patrick Dogu. Yeah. So they may just do that. The other guys need to make a run for Bruno. Yeah, they do. Who do you think should replace Casemiro next season? Listen, Tonali for me. Bring me a Tonali. I think we should be good. I mean, even an Anderson, but Anderson is really not. Is Anderson could he be a Casemiro replacement? Oh no, actually, give me a Camavinga, right? Give me a Camavinga for 40 million. Did you guys see that? Apparently, for 40 million, we may be able to get ourselves a light Camavinga. Now, for that price, honestly, it's a risk worth taking, even though he may have some injury situations going on. But if Real Madrid is trying to do us a solid for that 40 million or even 50 million for Camavinga, you take him, in my opinion. You guys need to make a run. They go. There is no need for a left back. Actually, there is, man. I mean, yes, I know what you're saying, Stu. You're going to say that we have Diogo Leon. We have all these young guys, right? But unfortunately, right now, the senior guy that we have is Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw cannot. Who knows how he's going to be next season? Obviously, Luke Shaw is not going anywhere. But this season, he played a whole bunch of games. Yeah, people say it's because, it's World Cup season, that kind of thing. But next season, playing twice a week in Champions League and all this stuff, I think we definitely need one, man. I think we definitely need one. Real Madrid is not selling Camavinga for 40 million. Hey, listen, let me see. Let me see where I saw this. I saw this report somewhere. I had it right here and I lost it now. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look for it. But okay, let's say for 50. Okay, 55 million. Do you take Camavinga? Oh, beyond 90. What's going on, my brother? How are you? Hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Sally, Stewie, they said starting price. Oh, there you go. So starting price is 50 for Camavinga, right? So starting price is 50. Beyond 90, do you sign Camavinga? What do you do? We must strengthen our team, bro. Dude, we do, man. Next season, with all these games, yeah. Yeah, we definitely have to, man. We definitely have to, brother, beyond 90. We definitely have to. We need to, first of all, that midfield, we gotta sort out that midfield, man. We gotta sort out that midfield. I mean, honestly, if the whole Anderson thing fails, we gotta be ready to trigger the Tonali. Say, hey, go and get me a Tonali. That way you have that solid baller. Camavinga, dude, I know Camavinga injury record is not the greatest, but the guy is still young, right? So again, you may get a Camavinga, and then the first season he gives you a season like the one we got from Casemiro. I mean, it could be a risk worth taking, but of course, you sign a Camavinga not as your main guy. It could be like you have a Tonali. And I don't know, one of them is going to be a Baleba. You sign a Tonali, Baleba, and then a Camavinga. So, or Stiller, right? And then Camavinga becomes like, that's backup, or whenever he's fit, he plays, that kind of thing. But it's not like the guy that this is our guy. We're gonna depend on him week in, week out, kind of thing. That job can go to a Tonali or an Anderson, right? Like as a backup, he could do the job. I'm thinking. Honestly, I think we could go for Fermin Lopez. Nice. Mason Mount needs to go. Dude, I know Mason Mount needs to go, but apparently your boy Carrick likes him, man. And apparently Man United, they're not going to sanction a sale of Mason Mount, which is disgraceful. I saw somewhere, I think it was Manchester Evening News, they were saying apparently Mason Mount is a coach's dream player. I don't know what they're talking about. This dude has been injured for the longest time, but apparently mentality-wise and all this, Mason Mount is, incredible. But still, this dude hasn't been available. We need to be ruthless. You know what I mean? The way we got rid of Rashi and Garnacho, all these guys, when you say, man, listen, Manny Mace, we tried, but we need players who are available. All right? Convinga, they go questionable. Ineos can get away with it this window. If they are only getting two mids, they both have to be top quality. 100%. 100%, Sally. They have to be all top quality. Because if they give us, here's your Baleba and here's your João Gomes, that's not going to fly. Right? It's not going to fly because right now they're on that fraud watch. A lot of people, they're looking at Ineos with that eye, be like, we're watching you, because we saw this season we were close to challenge. So if we play our cards right in the summer, who knows what can happen next season? We saw this league is not right now. The league is, Arsenal is going to win it with an asterisk because everybody else has just been terrible. So there's a chance here. Stewie, we need defensive mids. Tonali, Anderson, and Wharton are not defensive mids. I think Baleba is more of a defensive mid. Baleba is coming. I think Baleba is coming. Tonali, definitely, according to Beyond 90. What about Frankie de Jong? I don't want to see Frankie de Jong. I don't want to hear his name. Listen, I'm getting PTSD just to think of Frankie de Jong. Because of that one summer, we went through the whole summer, Frankie de Jong. And the guy doesn't even want to come to Man United, man. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, man. If you're up for Frankie de Jong, and he's going to want a lot of money, I think. Let's go. Bricks, Hilda, Luca, what up? People, if you are new, smash that like button, man. Hit the subscribe. My name is Luther. This is Man United Central. Good to see you all. Dogu, let's so Carrick can sign Rafinha. Nah, man. Balde for Rafinha ain't going nowhere, man. I saw Bruno posted on his Insta, the picture of Rafinha celebrating like that. I don't know what Bruno is saying there. I don't know if it's Bruno saying, "Yo, United, I know you guys say you're gonna move heaven and earth to keep me. How about this guy, Rafinha? I don't know if that's what he was saying." United again. He don't want. Yeah, he don't. Yeah, he doesn't want to move, man. Frankie de Jong, he doesn't want to move. Forget about Frankie de Jong. He has rejected United multiple times. There is no need to keep going back. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Frankie de Jong is whatever we mention that name, it brings that that summer. All right, and Frankie de Jong was more of Ten Hag type of guy, right? So. The same thing with Baleba was more of a Ruben Amorim type of player. But Man United, they haven't been put off with the way his form hasn't been the greatest. They're still willing to go for Baleba. And I think they're going to get him. I think Baleba, they're definitely going to get him. But the good thing is now, what's his name? Brighton, they're not going to be asking crazy money out here, like 100 million and stuff like that. Yeah, so that kind of worked out for us. Because if last season we went ahead and splashed the 100 million whatever to get Baleba, and then next season his form dropped, we would have been mugged off. Bruno and Rafinha were teammates at Sporting. Oh, I did not know that. No, no, I completely forgot. Oh, okay, that's why then. Okay, all right. Rafinha was good on the right wing for, and that's another thing too. That's so crazy, right, Sally? Rafinha at Leeds, right? He was balling, and then when he went to Barca, like his level went higher. I guess it's one of those things. Also, whenever you play with really top players, you got to raise your game as well. But Rafinha has been incredible, man. He has been incredible. So, according to Team Talk, Brighton could reduce their asking price of Carlos Baleba from 100 million to around 70. Okay, this gives the Red Devils hope of landing one of their top midfield targets. The Reds would like United to, well, United, yeah. So Man United, then we shouldn't even go 70. For Baleba, we need to go in there. The first price we should go for is like 50. I'll start with 50 or even 40 for Balabes. And let's see what they want to do. Bricks. They signed Marquinhos. Marquinhos for PSG. Yeah, no. Marquinhos sounds old. I don't know. I feel like I've been watching him forever. How old is Marquinhos? I don't think we will go for him. Marquinhos. Marquinhos is... Yeah, Marquinhos is 31, man. Marquinhos is 31. No, never going to happen. Can we get a Vitinha? Oh, my days. That will be... Yeah, it ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen, man. PSG, they're not going to let Vitinha go. Now, if, maybe if Luis Enrique comes to this side, maybe it can happen. But now, not paying 70 mil. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, Balabes, I think 45, 50. Yeah, we can start from there. Maybe you go with 40 plus 10 in add-ons or something like that. But yeah, Brighton needs to. Of course, it's not going to be easy to negotiate with Brighton because they know how to get the value for their players. So it's going to be one of those that's going to be very tough to negotiate. They need DeMarco. Yeah, I saw that the whole talk about DeMarco. DeMarco is another one that, for some reason, I feel like I've been watching DeMarco for a long time as well. How old is DeMarco? DeMarco at India. DeMarco is... Oh, forget about it. DeMarco is 28, man. Yeah. We ain't getting him. We ain't getting him, man. Yeah. Ineos, they have that age. They're going for what? Under 26? Is that what they're going for? So yeah. So it's gonna be one of them. I see a report here. Manchester United nears a green light of $2 billion for the new stadium. Manchester United is pushing forward with the plans for the new for a bold new stadium to replace the aging Old Trafford. Colette, let's see. They're aiming for 2030 opening despite relocation delays. Yeah, how are they funding this thing? Manchester United hope to lodge a planning application for the new Old Trafford in the next 12 to 18 months. This is according to Mike Keegan. Interesting. We'll see. But right now, I don't care about the stadium. I care about the summer. All right, bring me players, and then so we can challenge next season. This whole stadium talk. It can wait. New Old Trafford, the theater of nightmares. I don't think Ineos will have a good summer window. Come on, Sally, man. Sally, let's be optimistic. One thing is, from their track record, from what they did for the strikers, if they go with that same energy for the midfield, I think we're gonna have a decent summer. We have to. I mean, honestly, first of all, if you're gonna sit here and convince Bruno Fernandes to stay, you gotta show him a pathway for him to lift the trophy in the next year, or next season, or the season after that. To do that, you have to show Bruno, okay, this is what we're trying to do. These are the players we're trying to sign. We're gonna invest, because Bruno needs weapons. Bruno needs players that he knows. Okay, when I'm pinging balls, I'm linking up plays and all this stuff. Things are gonna work out better than they are right now. So this whole talk of they're gonna move heaven and earth to keep Bruno, you gotta sell the project to Bruno. Because what Bruno has shown us this season, we can do the thing, man, with better players. Dumfries and Balde, Barca. If they're only going for two, it's already over. I know, right? Yeah, Ugarte is leaving, man. Ugarte looks like he's gonna be gone. So, and that's another thing too. It's gonna be very hard, because we're gonna be losing Ugarte and we're losing Casemiro. So that's two, right, in the midfield. So when you bring in two, ideally we need like three, right? So yeah, you lose a Ugarte, you lose a Casemiro. Casemiro by himself, that is like two players right there. Yeah, I agree. Beyond 90, Luke Shaw should be out, but Luke Shaw still has a contract. Luke Shaw will be here next season, and I think Luke Shaw is gonna, ride his contract out. I don't think he'll be going anywhere. Dalot to Madrid. Here we go. Now that I did see that. I don't know if it's real, but I like that move. Right? They can take Dalot. We'll be happy to send Dalot out there. Right? We can kind of come up with some kind of deal. Right? But yeah, they can have Dalot. But again, it's one of those things with Dalot. I know he has goofy moments, but dude is available a lot, And I think Dalot in that Real Madrid team, I think he will do great. I think he'll do great, man, because again, he doesn't have to do a lot of defensive work. Yeah. On that right hand side, they have Trent. I think Dalot will fit in nice in that Real Madrid team. Ruben Diaz, Marmoush. I'm concerned with the De Ligt. Yeah, the De Ligt thing is a problem. All right, De Ligt is a problem. De Ligt, even our boy Licha, that is a problem, because these guys, they're supposed to be our starting center back partnership, right? They haven't been able to stay fit. Each time they get injured, they're done for months. So that's why I think Ineos, they're planning to give Maguire a contract extension or something, because they need some kind of coverage. And they're also probably planning to bring in another center back in the summer because of, these guys who cannot stay fit. Stewie, Palhinha, best immediate impact. I don't know about Palhinha, man. He hasn't looked good. Humeland, best long-term balance. Humeland and another one, more of a Ruben Amorim type of player. Joao Neves, incredible. If the club rebuilds properly. Lavia, Vermeulen, future. Now, this is what ChatGPT gave me for. Okay. I was trying to figure out how it came back, how you came up with those. Yeah. Now, for left back situation, if West Ham go down, that dude Juve, I think he has potential, right? He's not the finished article, but Juve has potential at West Ham. Sally, we still won't have enough for 2 games a week. Dude, if we just bring 2, we're not going to have enough. Because on that, as your left back, again, Luke Shaw is not going to be able to do it. Dogu, I guess he can play there. Diogo Leon is not ready. As a right back, if you're gonna sell Diogo Dalot, you're gonna have to get a replacement, right? Maz is good, but we need someone else. So yeah, that's way too many players to cover, and I don't think we're that efficient. We still not have enough to there go. Casemiro replacement, yeah. Morgan Gibbs White in for Mount. What are your thoughts of that, people? Morgan Gibbs White. I said that last time. Folks were like, "Yeah, man." But for Mount, I don't think it's a bad shout. I don't think it's a bad shout because Victor Glocares, have a good night, my man. I appreciate you. Take care. Yeah. Morgan Gibbs White. I think we can do better, man. I think we can do better. Waste of time, Stewie. We will have enough. Use the academy players. We have been developing. Unless you give them chance, there is no way to find out how good they are. Stewie, okay, the academy, they will get a chance, right? They will get a chance, especially if Carrick takes over. They will get a chance. But I think you still need to have that solid core of professionals that, they can, they're there ready to go. Because again, with the kids, yeah, you can never know what you're going to get from them, right? So you may need to have, those the main guys, and then you're going to use the kids to kind of fill up the missing pieces kind of thing. Of course, next season, we're hoping to see more of Shea Lacey, JJ Gabriel, Cheeto is out there. Diogo Leon, apparently he's not ready yet. So, and then also I remember we signed Orozco. You know that kid, we signed Orozco. He's going to be he's like a midfielder, right? They're calling him like he could be something like a Caicedo type of midfielder. But again, that's what they're saying now. It's all a different ball game once he touches down and he plays, football in the Premier League. Then they may struggle. But Orozco is another one that I cannot wait to see what he can do. And we have Kone too, right? Kone is another one coming down the pike. So, yeah, Jacques Cancel, Jeremy Frimpong. Okay, Luther, we need another striker. Oh, so are you planning to get rid of your boy Joshua Zirkzee? That's way too, dude. That is way too much. Where are we gonna get this money? All right, where are we gonna get this money, man? That's the thing. Honestly, yeah, we do need another striker. A light, a light Mateta. All right, you bring in a Mateta. All right, and Mateta can kind of school your boy Sheshko, kind of thing. Mateta, but again, I think he's up there in the age, so I don't think we can get him. But yeah, we definitely need another striker. But I like with Joshua Zirkzee, he gives us something different. The whole 9.5 thing. Zirkzee, he can do that link-up play. So I don't think it's the worst thing to hold on to Zirkzee, but he may want to move himself. But I don't think the Man United will force him out. I don't think so. Can include the youth, but not really on them. Yeah, 3 midfielders or our problems don't change. Yeah. Joao Pedro, they go. San from Korea. Okay. Keep entering players not available. Or we never go for. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yeah, because we're not gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Some of those players we're not even being linked with, so it is going to be difficult. Zirkzee to Juventus. Here we go. I mean, Juventus, they have Yildiz, right? I would take Yildiz. Yeah, I can see us signing Baleba, Stiller, and Joao Gomes. That would not be good. First, the Stiller one, Ben Jacobs did provide an update. Apparently, Stiller he's gone down a little bit on the pecking order of the players that Man United are actually kind of focusing on right now, right? But I don't think that will be good enough, man. Joao Gomez, you see, Joao Gomez should be like not your starter, right? Baleba, yeah, that won't be good, man. We need one midfielder coming into his prime at least. Yeah. Bricks Hilda, thank you so much. Have a good night. I'll see you in the next one. But yeah, yeah, we definitely. So one thing I'm hoping with Baleba, right? Once he puts on that Man United jersey, I hope his form completely changes because now he'll be happy where he wants to be, kind of thing, and he changes because Baleba has quality. He just needs to rediscover it. According to Nathan Salt, Luis Enrique is very high on Manchester United's shortlist for the new permanent head coach. However, there's a skepticism that he is ready to leave PSG. A second Champions League title may change that. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. It's not like Anderson is lighting the league on fire. Nottingham Forest is relegation battle. Yeah, I hear you. But the profile player in Anderson is one of those we need, like line breaking passes, energy. I mean, yeah, Anderson. There's a reason why Man City want him as well, right? Anderson is, he's an important player, right? But I have a feeling that Anderson is going to end up at Man City, right? But Ben Jacobs again today on Talk Sport, he was saying, yeah, he has heard people are saying, well, Anderson is, basically going to City, but from what he's seeing from his sources, it doesn't look that way. He feels Man United still has a chance to convince Anderson. Oh, there you go. This is what he was saying. Elliot Anderson remains Manchester United top midfield target for the big summer revamp, where they plan to sign 2 midfielders. Manchester City are genuinely in competition, and both clubs are expected to push hard, but done deal rumors to City are false. Talks are very early with no advanced negotiations or clear player preference. Progress is stalled out of respect for Anderson. He is prioritizing Nottingham Forest for the survival relegation battle, and the clubs don't know if he will delay his decision until after the World Cup or pick a club early to focus on the tournament. Nothing is moving now. Clarity may not come until late April, early May. So we got a chance on Anderson, man. We got a chance. Let's see. Wharton is going to cost a lot. Rather us go for Baleb, Stiller, and Joao Gomez. We may have to. Those are they're part of the list, right? Can we get Luis Diaz from Bayern? Man, I don't think so. He's a Scouser. But can we listen? We can get a Szoboszlai, Szoboszlai. I'll make an exception as a Scouser coming to Man United. But Luis Diaz, he just got to, Bayern just signed him last season. So I don't think he's ready to roll out yet. So I would be happy with that at all. Yeah. Apparently, Marinakis told Forest players that no one is going anywhere, even if they get relegated. He has enough money to pay them. Listen, man, I like the guy, and you know what? Some of these players, they're probably scared about the dude. All right, Marinakis, he probably walked into that dressing room. He said, listen, you all, I've been hearing all this talk of you going to Man City, you going to where? Ain't going to happen. Money's not a problem. You are not going anywhere. So long as I hold your contract, I don't need the money. Dude is like a mob boss. Most of the names being mentioned don't have tackling ability as a strength, except Mecha. Ooh, and Mecha, dude, we looked at Mecha the other day. Mecha is like he's gettable for like 40 million or something. That is nothing. All right, Marinakis is moving like a mafia boss. That's what I'm saying, dude. Stu, yeah, man. Dude is rolling like a mafia boss. He's like, listen, if you plan to leave, forget about it. All right? Before you leave, I may have you swimming with the fishes, or something like that. Yeah. Let's see. Mail Sport is saying Manchester United are set to do everything they can to keep hold of Captain Bruno Fernandes, despite the fact that he has a release clause of 57 million. And what's the deal with that release clause for Bruno, man? I mean, that's such a low release clause. That's crazy. I know Beyond 90s are listen, man, I'm going to have you swimming with the fishes before I let you go and play in the Premier League when we get relegated. Forget about it. Let's see. Jamie Carragher on Bruno Fernandes winning the player of the season. They may hate me for this, Jamie Carragher said, but I must say it. Players like Luis Suarez, Gareth Bale, N'Golo Kante, and Mohamed Salah have won it without doing half of what Bruno Fernandes is doing now in the league. I think he is the most disrespected player in the league after Harry Maguire. Come on, Jamie. Spitting facts. I like that. Yeah. Bruno is doing single-handedly, man, getting us to the Champions League, doing all this stuff. Give him the player of the season trophy, man. But yeah, man, it's a lot going on. So people, listen. Before you know it, football will be here. Again, drop your score prediction, man, for that Bournemouth game. Do we anticipate our boy Carrick to make any changes? I have a feeling that he may not. I think he may go with the same Sheshko off the bench again. I think he's going to go with that. And I think now that I've been thinking about it, I think Man United we're going to win 3-1. That's going to be my score prediction, man. Obviously, no. Carrick did say that Mason Mount could make the bench for that game, but I don't think he's going to try to use him. But he said, I think he said Mason Mount could make the bench. So we'll see. Stewie, you remember when Marinakis told Gibbs White, he wasn't going to Tottenham, even when Tottenham triggered the release clause? Yeah, Gibbs signed the new contract. I know. Listen, hey, Gibbs, step into my office. Hey, close the door. Sit down. No, on the floor. Sit down right there. So you think you're just going to roll out of here, go to Tottenham? Nah. Here's the paper. Sign your new contract. Marinakis, man. But Bournemouth is definitely it's gonna be a tough game. But it's a fixture that has a lot of goals, so I expect goals, right? But it's gonna be tough. We have to get a result, man. We have to get a result from that game, because especially if we're going to be gone for another like 20 days or something without football, we cannot be put in a situation where we're going that long after a loss. Can you imagine the amount of nonsense that's going to be coming from all corners? Man United, they're going to be saying a whole bunch of stuff. So we need to go out with the win, and that's all there is to it. Yeah, but yeah, Bournemouth is going to be a tough game for sure. Let's see. Again, Fabrizio Romano says Manchester United have made calls about Sandro Tonali to be informed on the situation ahead of the summer. The club has multiple midfield targets, but final decision will depend on managerial appointment and whether United secure Champions League. Yeah, Fabrizio Romano telling us the same thing over and over. Fabrizio Romano, man. I mean, he always comes back with the same thing. That's why I like Ornstein. Ornstein, whenever he comes out with the bomber, this is something. But my guy Fabrizio, he just says the same story in a different way. So Ineos, apparently, according to Pete Hall, Ineos view Tonali's Premier League experience and box-to-box energy as a perfect fit alongside Kobe Mainu. Right? So that's according to Pete Hall. Right? They're saying Manchester United are pushing to sign Sandro Tonali. Newcastle value him at 100 million plus. Ineos view his Premier League experience and box-to-box energy as a perfect fit alongside Kobe Mainu. I have to agree with that one, man. Alongside Kobe Mainu, you need that energy, right? When you need that energy. Oh man, if they can pull this off, I think that will be a really positive notch on Ineos right there. Let's see. Let's see what else we got going on. Anything else? Bruno has created 6+ chances in each of his last 3 Premier League games. No player has created 6 chances in 4 successive appearances in the competition. All right, that is another record for you, man. Bruno. By the end of the season, I don't know how many records this guy is going to have. It is absolutely crazy. Stewie is saying rather 2 midfielders than spend 100 million on Tonali. That's a good point too. That's a good point. But don't you want? Sometimes, if you want quality, you have to splash the cash, right? Like Arsenal with Declan Rice, they had to splash the cash. Caicedo, if you want that marquee baller, yeah, you may need to splash the cash. But the problem is, I hear what you're saying. It's not like we have that much cash that we're willing to spend all that on one player. We need a squad, right? So I understand what you're saying there, but it's one of those. At least if you get yourself a Tonali, it solves a problem for a while. But again, if he gets injured, what do? You need a squad if you're going to be challenging in all these fronts. Yeah, I hear you, my man. But yeah, people, listen, man. Let's end it here, man. Oh, this is what Carrick said about your boy Mason Mount. Okay. Oh no, this is according to Ty Marshall from Manchester Evening News. I wouldn't expect Mason Mount to be sold at all. Carrick likes him, and he is a coach's dream. Okay, he was having a good season until his last injury. Although there is a question on where his role is since the shift in formation. Ty continues saying that he is a valuable squad player, however, and offers enough versatility to get his share of games next season if United are back in the Champions League and facing more demanding schedule. I mean, how is he a coach's dream, man? This guy is constantly injured, really. Yeah. But that's according to Manchester Evening News, Ty Marshall. So a quality midfielder is good. 70 million. Baleba, Stiller, Gomez don't make us compete anywhere. For example, yeah. That's another very good point there. But I like the fact that we're in conversation with these type of players like Tonali, Andersons, and we're looking at big names, right? So it's good to see. I also see. Did you guys see this one too? Manchester United are in the mix to sign Nathaniel Brown in the summer. Frankfurt are open to the sale this summer to generate funds. Apparently, Frankfurt will demand 60 million for Nathaniel Brown. I don't know, man. He's all right. I haven't watched him a lot, but from what I saw from his comps, as a left back, he can do the job, but I think that's a high price there. That's a high price, 60 million. Last but not least, Borussia Dortmund are interested in signing Jadon Sancho for the third time, but he would need to take a pay cut. We don't care, man. End of this season, Jadon Sancho is not our problem. He can go wherever he wants. Stewie Sully, I disagree. I'll swap Mecha for Stiller, but I stand with Baleba and Joao Gomes picks. Yeah, that's a good one. None of them have played anywhere near the level they are the B tier options. Yep, the B tier options for sure. So we need the big dogs, man. We need the big dogs. Yeah. So people, listen, man. Let's end it here, guys. It's been an hour and change. We can sit here and talk for days because the anticipation of what United is going to do in the summer, it is up in the air. We're just going to play it by ear and see what's what. But one thing we know, tomorrow, it's going to be another player that we're going to be linked with. We are monitoring FC kind of thing. So people, thank you so much, man. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate you stopping by. Let's pick it up tomorrow, man. Same time, same place. People, stay blessed. Have a wonderful evening. Good morning, good afternoon. All right. Take care, guys. Peace out.